before the rivers learned their paths and the mountains were given their names. The people lived in a careful balance between the sky and the earth. In their world, every stone listened, every tree held memories, and every living being carried a spirit. High above them all, watching over the land, flew Wokiya Eagle, the great keeper of the dawn. The elders taught that the Creator had chosen Wokiya Eagle for a sacred task to carry the first light of each day across the land. With every powerful beat of his magnificent wings, he served as a living reminder to the people that life was a precious gift, and maintaining harmony with the world was their deepest responsibility. When the people lived with respect for all things, the dawn would arrive gentle and warm, a soft embrace to start the day. But when they forgot their ways, when their hearts grew heavy with discord, the sky would grow silent and oppressive, the light struggling to break through. One year, a shadow of hardship fell over the land. The great buffalo herds, the lifeblood of the people, did not return from their long journey. The rivers, once full and rushing, ran shallow and weak. A quiet sadness settled in the villages as the young began to forget the old songs, the ancient melodies that connected them to their ancestors. Quarrels and disagreements sprouted in the places where laughter and community once lived. The elders gathered, their faces etched with worry. They feared that Wokiya Eagle had grown weary, tired of carrying the golden light to hearts that no longer seemed to honor or welcome it. The balance was broken. Amidst this growing despair, a young boy named Tala, whose name meant wolf, stepped forward. He was small in stature, but his spirit was as strong and determined as the creature he was named for. One night, a vivid dream came to him, a vision from the spirits. Guided by this dream, Tala knew what he must do. Long before the first hint of sunrise, he began his ascent up the sacred hill that overlooked his village. He carried nothing with him but a small drum, one his grandmother had crafted with loving hands, its skin stretched tight and its wood worn smooth from years of use. As the pre-dawn sky deepened into its darkest shades of indigo and black, Tala sat at the summit. He began to beat the drum, not with force or demand, but softly, gently. The rhythm was a quiet pulse, a heartbeat mirroring the earth itself. He wasn't calling with words which could be misspoken or misunderstood. He was calling with humility, a pure and simple plea from his spirit, hoping it would travel on the wind. And it did. Wokiya Eagle, flying on the edge of the world, heard the sound. It was different from the noise of arguments and sorrow that had been rising from the land. This was a sound of sincerity. He circled low over the sacred hill, his enormous shadow blanketing the ground where the boy sat. His voice, ancient and resonant, seemed to come from the wind itself. "Why do you call me Little Wolf?" the eagle asked, his sharp eyes fixed on the boy. Tala did not flinch. He bowed his head in respect. "We forgot how to listen," he said, his voice quiet but clear. "We have lost our way. Teach us again." The great eagle studied the boy for a long moment. He looked into Tala's heart and saw no pride, no selfishness, only the pure, unvarnished truth. He saw a longing for a return to balance, with a powerful cry that echoed through the silent valleys and canyons, a sound that seemed to shake the very foundations of the mountains. Wakiya Eagle spread his wings to their full, breathtaking expanse, and from his feathers the first light of dawn poured forth. It wasn't a slow, gentle creep of light. It was a magnificent, brilliant flood. The light cascaded over the land, bathing everything in a sea of liquid gold. The shallow rivers shimmered as if awakened. The grasses stirred and stood tall, and in the villages below, the people felt a warmth spread through their chests, their hearts stirring as if from a long slumber. The eagle spoke one last time, his voice carrying the wisdom of ages. "The dawn does not belong to me," he declared. "It is not mine to give or withhold. It belongs to those who remember the circle, the sacred connection between the earth, the sky, the past, and the future." From that day forward, everything changed. The people returned to the old ways, the ways of respect and community. They shared their food, ensuring no one went hungry. They honored their elders, listening once again to their stories and wisdom. They taught their children not just to walk upon the land, but to walk gently, to leave it as they found it. The laughter returned to the villages, and soon the buffalo returned to the plains. And every morning, as the sun began its climb into the sky, the people would gather to offer their thanks. They gave thanks not just for the light that warmed their faces, but for the balance that warmed their souls. The elders say that Wakiya Eagle still flies at the edge of dawn, a silent guardian of the world. And if you rise early enough, if you stand outside and greet the sun with a heart full of gratitude, you might just feel the gentle brush of his wings in the morning wind. A timeless reminder that harmony with the world and with each other always begins within. Thank you so much for joining me for this story. If it resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more tales that connect us to the world around us. Until next time, walk in balance.